Breaking today, Prince William has had enough of Prince Harry's ludicrous claims that his two children, apparently to Meghan Markle, I absolutely say apparently dear, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, are going to join the royal family as working members. Yes, that's right. That's what Prince Harry briefed to the Guardian newspaper. Well, William says, hell no. So the point is, William is in charge. This is delusional from Harry. The only way Harry could ever give his two children any type of royal role would be to get William on side. And William cannot stand Harry's behavior. Actually, he gets angrier, will strip his exiled brother Prince Harry's children of their HRH titles when he becomes king after a provocative briefing by the exiled royal flabbergasted royal insiders. The suggestion was tucked away in a report in the UK newspaper The Guardian almost 10 days ago, which reported The Guardian understands that Prince Harry wants to keep the HRH titles for his children.
Oh, honey, they wanted the crown, but without the boring royal duties. And guess what? The royal karma has finally caught up. Prince William? Yeah, he's done playing the polite big brother. He's no longer just sitting in the corner with his royalty, he's storming in with the thunder. After years of California leaks, drama-soaked interviews, and carefully staged royal wannabe moments, William has finally said enough. And the first thing on the chopping block? Archie and Lilibet's royal titles. Gasp. So what set him off? Buckle up. Apparently, Harry, in one of his sneaky moves, tipped off The Guardian that maybe Archie and Lilibet should hold on to their HRH, his and her Royal Highness titles, just in case they want to be working royals someday. Ugh. The nerve. But let me tell you, this didn't land as a sweet little parental decision. Nope. William saw it for what it really was, a flaming PR grenade dressed up in royal spin, a full-on dare, a slab across the crown.
We see this even reflected in Harry's cousins. So Princess Beatrice and Eugenie, they are not working royals, and yet they also have an HRH in front of their names. Obviously, we do have Prince Andrew, who still is not allowed to use his, much like Harry, but still technically holds an HRH status. And so really it's just a styling.
To William, this whole thing wasn't even about the titles anymore. It was about control, about power, and about the fact that Harry and Meghan, the same duo who slammed the institution, sold the private royal life to Netflix, were now trying to make demands from across the Atlantic? Like, are you serious? They vilified the firm, escaped to California, and now suddenly want the kids to keep the HRH status just in case they feel like being royal later? One palace insider nailed it. This is trolling. Plain and simple. And baby, William ain't running a royal daycare. You don't burn the palace down, then ask for a key to the nursery. Nope. This wasn't just petty. This hit deep the very core of William's values: duty, stability, tradition. And to have Harry throw this curveball after all the betrayal, it wasn't just another stunt. It was war. Loud, strategic, American-styled war. And William's done playing nice. The gloves off.
Her Serene Highness, but because she is married to Prince Ernst, still of Hanover, even though they haven't been seen together in like 15 years, they're essentially for all purposes divorced, she can still use a Her Royal Highness. There's also a His or Her Highness situation. So within the hierarchy of royal spheres, an HRH actually does mean something, but when it comes to working royals, it means literally nothing.
Let's break it down. That fancy HRH prefix, it ain't just for wedding invites and tiaras, darling. It's a symbol, a heartbeat of the crown. It whispers, I'm in the royal machine. But guess what? It doesn't guarantee royal work. Case in point, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie. They've got their HRH titles. They pop up for charity events and tea parties, but honey, they're not clocking in at Buckingham every morning. They're not full-timers.
Princess Caroline is married to Prince Ernst in part to keep the HRH because it makes her sort of higher than her brother, who is the reigning Prince of Monaco, so that would be Prince Albert.
Now enter Meghan and Harry. When they stepped away, the late queen laid it out, clear as crystal. They could keep their titles, but they could not use HRH in public. It was part of the deal. A clean break, firm handshake, done and dusted. But Oh no, Meghan? She couldn't help herself. Behind the scenes, especially outside UK borders, she still signs off as HRH, the Duchess of Sussex. Not Meghan Markle, not just Duchess. She slaps on that HRH when it suits for events, bios, emails, invites, you name it. When the spotlight's on, so is the title.
For themselves, whether they want to become working royals or stay out of public life. Reactions on the whole varied between dismissive and flabbergasted.
Why? Because in Meghan's world, HRH means one thing: access. It's currency. It's the key that opens Hollywood doors that the palace shut in her face. But let's not pretend this is about tradition or some innocent legacy for the kids. Meghan knows exactly what she's doing. If she's already using the HRH for her own glammed up benefit, you bet she's plotting the same for Archie and Lilibet. Because guess what? Those titles equals power, relevance. And Meghan? She's all about building a future where her kids get to walk red carpets as royals. From sunny California? That's not honor. That's influence. Period. And William, he sees everything. He's not blinded by the glam. He knows this is war. Not just family beef, not scandal. This is constitutional warfare, with pens, papers, titles, and centuries of tradition at stake.
By royal decree also, look at Diana and Fergie. The HRHs weren't removed because they got divorced. The rules were quietly changed to remove HRHs from royal X's.
At the core of this drama, letters patent, the monarchy's version of executive orders. Signed, sealed, ironclad with tradition. These titles aren't dished out like party favors, they're legally granted. And what's given can absolutely be taken away. When Diana divorced Charles, she lost her HRH. Same with Fergie after she split from Prince Andrew. Not petty moves, legal decisions. You step out of the royal circle, you drop the bling. That's the rule. So why should Meghan be the exception? She walked out. Loudly, publicly, dragged the institution through the mud, and now she keeps flashing that HRH like it's a business card at Cannes. It's not a name, it's a marketing tool. And William's had enough. You either serve or you get served.
Decides to reduce more broadly the number of HRHs in circulation. He could, for example, say that only working royals are entitled to use HRH, which seems sensible if you were trying to modernise, or specify that only children of the monarch are HRH, not the grandchildren, which would have the added advantage of making things clearer for their own kids' families in due course.
Let's talk Archie and Lilibet. These two have never stood on the Buckingham Palace balcony, never waved from a carriage, never cut a ribbon, never smelled the floral chaos of a royal garden party. Nothing. Zero. Their only royal link is by birth, and even that's got conditions. And you better believe the palace sees what's going on. Meghan and Harry, they want their kids to keep all the royal glam without any of the grind. They want the perks, the shine, without lifting a single royal finger.
The bottom line is that Harry and Meghan are abusing the fact that the Queen trusted them to adhere to the deal made at the Sandringham Summit, and that won't be allowed to stand, especially as we all know this is really about her ability to flog tat on Instagram.
Harry and Meghan. Let's cut through the fluff. William's not just acting out of rage, he's planning, plotting, future king mode on, because this isn't just about Archie and Lilibet's HRH titles anymore. It's about a restructure, a bold, no-nonsense royal revamp that would slam the doors shut on this half-in, half-out royal act. The whispers in the palace halls. When William takes that throne, one of his first power moves could be to tighten the royal circle hard. Only working royals get to keep HRH. The rest, bye-bye. No more Duchess titles splashed across Netflix. No more royal flair used to market books and bracelets. You're either in or you're out.
So much help and assistance, and let's talk about the fact that she travels without the kids often. So what's funny to me is that People magazine actually said this was rare footage, and everybody online in the royal community was discussing this, right? They said, this is rare footage, oh my god, rare pictures of the kids.
But wait, William might even go one step further. Palace insiders say he's considering the biggest bombshell yet. Only the children of the reigning monarch would get to be HRH. Let that sink in. That means when Charles passes the crown to William, Archie and Lilibet would be instantly disqualified, titles revoked. Done, it's swift, it's clean, it's brutal. But it sends a loud and clear message. Only the ones behind the gates get the crown jewels. You want royal benefits? You have to do royal work. And yes, William's kids, George, Charlotte, and Louis, totally safe. They're the next in line. They are the future of the crown. Archie and Lilibet, they're not in the picture. Not in William's monarchy. William is drawn the line, a thick one. No more royal moonlighting. No more brand collabs with a side of monarchy. It's either full-time royal or full-time celebrity.
William despises Harry and Meghan at this stage, and when he is king, his fury will rain down on them. He has absolutely no intention to allow Archie and Lilibet to use their HRH titles, does he?
No, and nor should he. And this goes along with what's happening.
And just when the drama seemed to cool, bam. Meghan Markle drops a Father's Day Instagram reel. But girl, this wasn't your average sweet family moment. This was crafted, lit like a Hallmark movie, timed perfectly. Harry snuggling Archie and Lilibet, all golden hour vibes, slow motion cuddles, soft focus kisses. It was stunning. Emotional, gorgeous, and absolutely strategic. There was no press release, no PR circus, just one beautifully polished video sliding into your feed. And what was the message? Loud and clear. We're still royal, we still matter, and we're still watching you, UK. Royal watchers? They caught the subtext instantly. They're trained for this stuff. Podcast host Link Lauren ripped into it, called it painfully transparent. He said Meghan was using the kids as content, the same kids she once begged the press to never photograph. Other critics were harsher. They called it exploitative, fake, performative, a PR stunt wrapped in nursery giggles.
Decides to reduce more broadly the number of HRHs in circulation. He could, for example, say that only working royals are entitled to use HRH, which seems sensible if you were trying to modernise, or specify that only children of the monarch are HRH, not the grandchildren, which would have the added advantage of making things clearer for their own kids' families in due course.
Let's rewind for a second. Remember the whole point of Meghan and Harry leaving the monarchy? Peace, privacy, mental health, no more flashbulbs and baby faces, no more media pressure. That was the mantra. Well, fast forward to now, and it's a 180 so hard it gave the palace whiplash.
We see this even reflected in Harry's cousins. So Princess Beatrice and Eugenie, they are not working royals, and yet they also have an HRH in front of their names. Obviously, we do have Prince Andrew, who still is not allowed to use his, much like Harry, but still technically holds an HRH status. And so really it's just a styling.
So now, with every carefully cropped photo drop and every tear-jerking family reel, the Sussexes are doing more than just tugging at heartstrings. They're rewriting the whole story they demanded the world believe. So much for privacy. At first it was just whispers, then came the memes, and now it's open season. People are saying it out loud. Meghan Markle isn't just dipping a toe into celebrity, she's swimming laps in Kardashian waters. Gone is the whole quiet dignity act. No more stepping back. What we're seeing now? Designer filtered videos, Instagram teasers, we're still royal, storytelling. It's reality TV strategy in a crown-shaped wrapper. And let's be real, this isn't subtle anymore. Critics are asking, how far will Meghan go? Because if this is the direction, why not just go full Kardashian? Do the reality show. Call it Raising the Knockoff Royals. It sounds savage, but honestly, not that far-fetched. Let's look at the pattern. Meghan and Harry ditch the monarchy, sign big flashy deals, release one bombshell after another, and now silence. Spotify deal gone. Netflix, meh. Podcast, delayed. Lifestyle brand, still MIA. Everything's fizzling out, except the kids.
For themselves, whether they want to become working royals or stay out of public life. Reactions on the whole varied between dismissive and flabbergasted.
And that's the last frontier. Archie and Lilibet. They're the last untapped source of public sympathy, interest, and emotional clickbait. Meghan knows this. You don't need a PR firm to see the formula here. Adorable kids plus soft piano music plus just enough royal sparkle equals media gold. It's the Kardashian masterclass. Family becomes content, personal moments become campaigns, and motherhood a full-blown marketing strategy. And even if she's not fully committing to it, Meghan's playing dangerously close to that line, just enough to keep people watching. but not enough to seem fully exposed. Calculated? Oh, absolutely. But William, he's not buying it. He sees it for what it is, and he's not amused. To him, this isn't just about Insta Reels and heart emojis. This is about the monarchy, the institution. Allowing Meghan and Harry to toss around royal titles in press releases and sentimental videos cheapens everything. It blurs the sacred line between service and showbiz, between crown and content. So yeah, William's not dropping statements, he's not giving interviews, he's loading his most powerful weapon, the royal decree. He's ready to rewrite the rule book because this is no longer family drama. It's not just tabloid fluff. This is an institutional reckoning. The storm that's been brewing for years, it's about to explode. And William is standing at the center with lightning in his eyes. What started as a rift between two royal brothers has morphed into a full-blown constitutional crisis. One side, the future of the crown. The other, a couple selling royal nostalgia in streaming packages. And right in the middle, two children, Archie and Lilibet, caught between royal heritage and California dreams. To the world, the lines are blurring. Are Harry and Meghan still royals or just influencers with better lighting? And if that means slamming the gates on the Montecito monarchy, so be it. Meanwhile, King Charles, still trying to be the soft-spoken, open-minded father, is torn. He sees the drama, he knows the headlines, but he can't bring himself to drop the hammer. So he lets William do the dirty work because he knows someone has to. And while Charles hesitates, William is building the ultimate case. Slowly, methodically, brilliantly. He's laying the groundwork for a new monarchy, a modernized firm, one where only full-time royals wear the crown and the rest, they get the door. The Sussex Empire? It's wobbling. The media glow is fading. The deals are slowing. Meghan's lifestyle brand, remember that, has missed so many launch windows, it's practically a ghost. So what's left? Just one thing, the children. Archie and Lilibet, sweet, innocent, completely unaware, are being turned into royal bait. Carefully timed photos, soft focused hugs, and choreographed candid moments. It's heartbreaking, and to William, it's infuriating because while Meghan is curating crown-tinted scrapbooks, Kate is out there working, representing, showing up, never exploiting, never oversharing, just doing the job, one royal appearance at a time. Kate is the model, Meghan is the warning, and William, he's watching. Every time Meghan posts a clip, every time she signs her name as HR, every time the Sussex kids are used to keep that Montecito spotlight burning, William's fury grows colder, sharper, and more calculated. This isn't about jealousy. This isn't about resentment. It's about preservation. Because if Meghan continues turning royal blood into social media currency, then William's patience, already threadbare, will vanish. And when it does, he will act. Not for revenge, not for clicks, but for the future of the crown. And when that day comes, there will be no drama, no confrontation, just a single act, a royal decree. And in an instant, Archie and Lilibet's titles, those three little letters, will be gone. History won't remember it as cruel, it'll remember it as necessary. A future king taking the throne and resetting the rules. The House of Windsor isn't crumbling, it's being redefined. And when that crown is placed on William's head, he won't be looking backward with sentimentality. He'll be holding the pen, he'll be wielding the power, and he'll make sure the monarchy, his monarchy, is never exploited again. So as Meghan and Harry keep playing royal dress-up from a Montecito mansion, one thing is certain, their borrowed time is almost up. Prince William isn't bluffing, he never was. And that's the final curtain, darling. The drama, the power plays, the royal checkmate, all delivered with the emotion and bite you asked for. If you'd like it formatted for narration, social content, or a podcast, just say the word.